Nick.
Hey, when you were in Dima's memories, did you find anything? Any proof about what really happened between us?
Take a listen to this holotape, Nick. It's from the data we pulled off of Dima's memory banks.
All right. Let me run this real quick. God. Dima really did help me escape the Institute? I wasn't just tossed out with the garbage. I must have still been in a haze from one of the Institute's experiments on me. Did I really attack him? Did he really knock the daylights out of me and leave me for dead? Damn it. Why can't I remember?
Ooh, this is how it starts, Nick. Next you'll be forgetting your keys and thinking I'm your great aunt from Southie.
Yeah, you always know just what to say. Well, I wanted proof Dima and I had history, and I got it. Now I just gotta figure out what to do. Should I give him a chance? Try to accept him as my brother? He might just be the only other prototype synth that exists.
I guess the question is, what do you want, Nick? Do you want a brother in your life?
If I did, would I want Dima to be that brother? I guess no one gets to choose their family, but when your family is built in a lab, well, things get weird.
I think you'd regret it if you didn't try to get to know him better.
You're right. Maybe next time we swing by Acadia, I'll try to be a little nicer to the old synth. Try to make up for lost time. Thanks, by the way. I wouldn't know the truth without you. Awful lot of rads around. We should get out of here.
The faithless must be punished. Adam's chosen must bring judgment to his enemies. Blessings to the High Confessor, who will keep us safe on the path to division. Ah, our family has gotten a little bigger. Welcome.
From these shackles, I beg release.
Let his light guide you.
think we're alone. Anyone you walk away from.
Hey,
Go ahead. There's something out there.
Look who it is.
get him.
Gun and you're in for it now. gone for good? Then. Even break a sweat. Not that it's a look who's back.
We are the future!
Look who it is. He won't be bothering anybody now.
Out there! Somewhere! Gonna be a
What's
good
that?
fight!
Got him.
Do it! Scream! Scream for mercy!
Dumb move.
One of us survives this, and it won't be you! Wounded!
You don't have to do this.
Down!
This how you imagine you'd go? Where'd you get to? There you are. Should've just run.
Do you make us now suffer for your arrogance? You hit like
You
a
got
man.
guts. Well, had guts.
I do something human always find.
I'll be doing the world a service.
Hey,
They're here somewhere.
head over there.
Can do.
Heads up.
Do something for you? Whatever you need.
No, you wait, it got me mad. Hey! You disappear! No fair!
Suppose someone should make use of it.
Heads up.
I think we ought to
Think you
talk.
can unlock that terminal?
Done and done.
Is something the matter? You sound upset.
What? Oh, no. We've just been traveling for a while now, and I figured, especially after all that stuff with Dima, that you deserve to know more about me. So, there anything you want to know?
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear. I got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck of guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, and I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
So, who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth. Authentic Institute handiwork. But I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. You remember when Dima was talking about the Institute's personality experiments? My memories. My personality. They're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. But hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
Wait, the original Nick was from my time?
Sure was. Which meant when I finally ended up out here, it was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap. A body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Come to think of it, that was probably just after Dima and I had fought. It was a confusing couple of weeks all around. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then. So when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. Local mechanic even gave me a once-over, free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. Something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
Where's that town? We should go visit.
I tried to go back and say thanks, once I'd gotten myself established. But the place was wiped off the map. Raiders. Don't know what happened to the people.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out. Don't know why they bothered encrypting it at all. Got it.
Going up. Ground floor.
We're sucking down a lot of rads sticking around here.
Signs of life detected. Scanning. If you need assistance, please approach the intercom. Re-scanning. User isn't approved to enter the medical containment area. Can't say I mind the company, though. It's been a while.
Who or what are you?
My specification files list me as a computer simulation, an artificial intelligence. Kai 1.1 is my version number, although I've been thinking of dropping it down to just Kai. You know, something more personable.
I don't think any approved user is gonna show up. You can either let me in, or you can keep waiting for eternity. Your choice.
You actually make a really good point. Very well. There you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, my power capacity is a bit low, so I'm going to go into reserves. Best of luck to you.
Excellent.
going to be like having everything you are ripped out and replaced with something else. Someone else.
I'm ready. I wish I could say goodbye to everyone.
No one else can know. This isn't just about infiltrating Far Harbor. It's about becoming the human that synths drawn here need to meet. Reasonable. Willing to accept them as just another living thing. No greater or lesser than humanity itself. You'll be part of the bridge between our two worlds. That all vanishes the moment anyone discovers that it's been manufactured. That you're a synth.
Did she have to die? The woman I'm replacing? God, she looks so peaceful lying there.
Don't. Please. That blood is on my hands, not yours.
Going up. Ground floor.
It hurt! You hit like a rad roach!
Out. We'll be taking that. After this, what say we find a place with a nice fire? Throw these clothes in.
Look alive. See what you can do.
What's the plan? Huh. Standard defenses are still up. Which likely means... not that either. Bingo. We're not
Fuck! Who's there? Oh. What's that? Gonna splatter your brains! Ah! Fuck! Ah!
Underestimate us again.
I'm gonna feast on you!
Even break a sweat. Not that it's a... Still run.
Something out.
Lights out for you.
This is no game, human! We win, you die!
Getting along.
The Lees sell guns.
Alan,
Over by the tourist shop.
Trade?
show me what you got.
You got it. You building a collection or something?
Welcome to the bait shop. If you need any odds and ends, I'm your man.
What's your story?
Just a guy trying to make a few caps. Speaking of which, buying anything?
Let's see what you have.
Of course.
Mariner says the fog's alive. Can hear you. So mind what you say.
Look alive.
I'm listening.
With ordnance like that, no wonder you wiped out those crabs.
Avery.
Nice to see you again. Everything's relatively quiet for once. Need something?
What's the penalty for murder in Far Harbor?
We're too independent to really have laws, but if a murder can be proven, tradition is the culprit's executed. Extreme, but it keeps the peace.
What's your opinion of Dima?
We don't see him that often. He seems pious, I guess. He rubs a lot of people the wrong way around here. So I'm glad he keeps to the observatory. Why?
I have proof that Dima killed the original Captain Avery. Here.
But that's my locket. It was lost in a fire. The skull. It can't be. Listen, I'm me. I remember everything. I can't be a synth. You're wrong.
Look, I know it's a lot to take in, but the evidence is conclusive. You need to accept it.
It's true, isn't it? It's true, isn't it? I'm a synth. Do you have any idea what it's like to learn everything you know, everything you believe is a lie?
If you're lying to me, this is your one chance to come clean. Understood?
I am... Well, I feel like I am, Captain Avery. If I'm a synth, they made me believe I'm her. I don't know why.
What you're going through, I'm so sorry.
The only thing I can do now is live the way I believe is right. Dima is a murderer and a liar, and he should pay. But if you share this with anyone here, especially Alan Lee, many innocent people will suffer. Far Harbor's on the edge, and this will just push everyone right over it. Confront Dima. If you can make him pay, do so. But please, keep that evidence a secret.
I can't make any promises.
Far Harbor's barely holding itself together. If you're careless with that...
If you ain't armed, you ain't long for this world. Buy my guns now.
You need some firepower?
Dima killed Captain Avery and replaced her with a synth.
Yeah, right, and I'm the... Wait. You're serious, aren't you? I always knew. I fucking knew. But your word alone don't mean nothing. Tell me you got proof. We need proof that Dima and Avery are...
Here's what I got.
That amulet is Avery's. No doubt. And the skull? Skull could be anyone's, but... The doc. Teddy can do some sort of medical test. DNA or something. Learn whether that's Avery or not. If it checks out, you come back here.
Food
The children
in front,
of Adam are dangerous.
Doc and back.
Don't trust them.
The bait shop.
You another vulture circling over Andre's body? He ain't dead. Wait, no. It's a mainlander. Well, welcome to my little clinic. If you need doctoring, speak up. I wish I had time for some proper conversation, but my work's never done.
Could you examine this skull, Doc? Could you tell me who it belongs to?
Not something I hear every day. There are some tests I could run. Seems important to you. Hand it over. All right. This can't be. It's impossible, right? No. No. Avery's been dead for years now. Acadia's done rigged the game, haven't they? This proof you got there. What do you plan on doing with it?
I want to resolve this with the least amount of collateral damage.
Collateral what? Yes. Well, you got good instincts there.
A lot of innocent blood could be spilled if this got out.
Listen, I ain't telling no one nothing. If a single word got out, whatever you do, don't tell Alan Lee. Otherwise, there'll be a whole lot of blood.
Stranger, you need odds, ends, junk, or knickknacks. You've come to the right place.
I'll be damned
Hey,
if I give
Alan.
up on taking back
The
my
doc
land.
look at that skull? If you got proof that Avery's been replaced, hand it here.
Okay. Here you go. The doc confirmed it. It's Avery's skull.
I can't believe it. This is happening. And it's happening fucking now.
Avery! Avery! Everyone!
Avery, where's your locket? The one your ma gave you.
Lost in a fire, you know that.
Wrong. It's in a grave. Your grave.
What? Alan,
Just shut the hell up! We've been played. Played! Dima is killing us. Replacing us with his synths. This is not Avery. This is some machine piece of shit. I got proof. 100% certifiable proof. The real Avery is 6 feet under in an unmarked grave.
please. Stop him!
You think the mainlander's gonna help you? She's the one that proved it. No one's gonna save you, Captain.
Don't do this. Do not kill Captain Avery.
Why the hell would I spare her? This thing manipulated us. Played us for damn fools. It deserves what's coming.
The synth may not even know she's a machine.
Damn it. I owe you for even knowing about this.
Don't listen to the mainlander. My brother's always protected you, looked out for you.
I'm with you, Alan.
Alan's never been afraid to do what needs doing.
You've had your say, but it's clear what we have to do.
It's over, machine.
I've been telling you for years we gotta do something. Time's up. We're doing it now. Grab a gun from my shop if you ain't got one. We're taking care of Acadia. Starting with that synth bastard.
Leave my daughter
I had no
alone.
choice.
Nice to see you again. Everything's relatively quiet for once. Neat.
I have proof that...
The skull... Listen, I can't be...
Look.
It's true, isn't it? Do you have any idea?
Sure. If you're lying to me, this is your one chance.
I am... Well, I feel like I am. If I'm...
Look.
At least you know you're you. You're... The only thing... Dima is a murderer. And a liar. But if you share this with anyone here, especially... Far Harbor's on the edge. And this will just confront Dima.
I'll keep your secret, Avery.
This isn't justice. It's mercy you've done here. Everyone in Far Harbor and Acadia owes you dearly.
If you ain't armed, you ain't long for this world. Buy my guns.
Bait shop's got everything you need.
Guns and...
You track Kasumi here. I'm impressed.
I hope you don't mind, but I had Chase shadow you. She saw you entering and leaving the nucleus. I didn't want to believe you at first about us what was being in my brothers. memory banks? Are we closer to resolving the conflict on this island peacefully?
Your memories led me to a gravesite. You killed Captain Avery and replaced her with a synth so you could control Far Harbor.
What? That's impossible. Let me see what you found. I did it. I killed a woman from Far Harbor and replaced her. I stripped a synth's identity from her and made her an agent.
Let's be practical. How do we proceed from here?
You're right. We have to focus on what has to be done now.
Is that what you call justice? Because I sure don't.
I'm starting to see things more clearly. We have to keep this secret from Far Harbor. If they knew I had done this, they wouldn't destroy just me. They'd come after Acadia, and then without us, the fog condensers will eventually fall into disrepair. Everyone will die. I have an idea. There's still a way we can bring peace. But the fact that I've replaced a human with a synth must remain hidden.
So you did all of that on your own? No one else in Acadia is involved?
What I've done goes against all of our ideals. I even hid it from myself. So, no, there can't be anyone else.
I'll keep your secret, Dima.
Thank you. Maybe the guilt will keep me focused. That didn't seem to stop him before.
As horrifying as it might be to suggest, this memory you've recovered has given us a new option. If Far Harbor could be made more tranquil by our intervention, then perhaps the same trick will work twice on the children of Atom. We could replace High Confessor Tectus with someone willing to forgive Far Harbor and work towards reconciling.
Do your own damn dirty work.
I can't. Tectus already gave me his ultimatum. He knows all my people. I need someone who has a chance of earning his trust. Please, consider it.
Dima?
Did you need something?
I have a memory of yours about a nuclear launch key. You knew how to detonate the sub in the nucleus all along.
Give me a moment. I need to remember for myself. So, I chose to forget the launch key even existed. Poor Confessor Martin. Was I lying to him all that time? The submarine is rusted into the dry dock. The only target that missile is ever going to hit is the base itself. The nucleus. Where the children of Atom live. We have to keep that key out of the wrong hands. The nucleus has innocent people living there among the zealots threatening Far Harbor.
I'll make sure no one else gets their hands on that key.
Thank you. Was there anything else in my memories? Some way we can work towards peace?
One of your memories was about a kill switch you installed to shut down power to Far Harbor and let the fog take them. It's all here on this holotape.
Let me see this. I remember. I was afraid that Far Harbor might turn against us. See us as too different for their precious island. So I made a contingency plan. Mass murder. I hid the kill switch code because I couldn't stomach the thought of actually using it. Then I hid the memory because I couldn't even stand knowing I made it. What have I done? If the children of Atom were to ever get a hold of that code, they would destroy Far Harbor.
Relax. Don't worry, Dima. I already have the code. Far Harbor is safe.
Good. Now we just need to find some way to end this conflict. Have you found anything else in my memories?
I wanted to talk to you about what you mentioned before. About replacing the High Confessor.
Does this mean you've seen the sense in the idea?
If it means peace for the island. All right. Tell me the plan.
This will be difficult for both of us, but I think it's our only option. I'll need you to leverage your access to the High Confessor and lure him to a secluded location. You should be able to find a spot in the Bay's old command center where you can deal with him discreetly and hide the remains. Once your work is done, return here and the replacement will move in and take command.
Do we have to kill the High Confessor?
It would be the most reliable way of dealing with him. But any method that removes Tectus from power indefinitely should work.
Are the children gonna stand down just because this replacement tells them to?
Dissent may arise, but the children have seen what happens to those who speak out. Our replacement will leverage that fear to serve the greater good.
Okay. I'll do it. Any ideas on how I can get him alone?
Tectus lives in fear of being usurped by his predecessor Martin. Despite that, in all likelihood, Martin is dead. But if you somehow uncovered evidence of Martin's imminent return, I expect Tectus would be interested hearing all you know in private. All we have to do is manufacture Martin's uprising. To do so, I'll need raw material. Martin recorded many of our conversations. Those in the nucleus have certainly been destroyed, but I built a small refuge for Martin many years ago when he needed respite from the family. Go there and collect any tapes you can find. I'll begin work on our replacement. And here, I want you to have this as well, for what you've done for us.
Hey.
There's something you need?
Hey, Valentine.
You all right? You need something?
Your thoughts?
Too many folks these days count on violence to solve their problems.
Is everything all right between us?
Well, I like how you've been handling things lately, if that's what you mean.
That was all I had.
All right.
Hey, Dima.
Let's hope that Martin's refuge turns up something useful.
Who are you?
I came to this, but after my... One day, was there any...
I should get...
Of course.
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
It's not really any of my concern.
No, I suppose it's not. Still, though, we could use the help. Dima especially. He's put so much of himself into this. Sometimes I worry about... And that's not even...
Right. Wouldn't want him blowing a fuse, huh?
No, not really.
Sorry. Never mind.
Okay.
You track Kasumi here. I'm impressed. Perhaps not as quietly or efficiently as possible, but thankfully she was never in any real danger. I'm afraid your journey was unnecessary.
And miss out on a fun boat ride? Never.
Well, then at least you have the return trip to look forward to. Acadia is a safe haven for synths. Were it not, I would not have aided anyone in reaching it. Every synth I've tracked down, every synth convinced to come here, has been assured that he or she will come to no harm. My job is to make sure they all remain safe, no matter what. Understand?
How do you manage to track down synths and bring them here?
I have a network of contacts throughout the area. I know the Institute's tactics. And you have Dima's blessing. So by all means, make yourself comfortable.
So, what's your story?
I used to be a courser, returning synths that had escaped from the Institute. I was tracking a synth and instead found Dima. He convinced me of the truth and the error of my ways. I rejected the Institute, made sure they couldn't track me, and dedicated my life to instead helping synths find freedom.
Never mind.
All right.
sub's launch key.
I hope we haven't disappointed you too greatly. I'd hate to anger our landlord.
I believe I'll survive. But am I mistaken? Does your god not require you die in a nuclear blast? Is that not why you've taken up in the nucleus?
It's not a transaction, Dima. Adam requires nothing of us. He has granted us a chance to become something greater. To divide our weak mortal frames and bring life to millions of new worlds. We are simply accepting the opportunity his glow presents, whatever form it may take.
So if you found the launch key, you wouldn't use it?
That I don't know.
Are you afraid?
I'd be mad to say I wasn't, but we've made a home for ourselves here. Friends, a family.
A place you belong.
Exactly. The nucleus. It is a blessing of the truest order. It would be hard to leave such a gift, even if it is for another. But regardless, the key is lost. So, until Adam sees fit to return it, I dare say you're stuck with us.
I believe I'll survive.
Thank you for coming so quickly.
I heard about the execution. I can't believe they killed your missionary, Martin. I'm sorry.
Brother Andrews, a good soul. The fault is mine. If I'd realized things had become so tense in Far Harbor, I would have never let him leave. They blame us for the fog overrunning the town, Dima. And now, the children. It's Tectus. He won't listen. He wants to prepare for war.
Do you believe the others will follow him?
Time was. I would have laughed at such a notion, but now... Andrews was beloved by many. It's brought out the worst in them. Fury, hate. It was tolerable when it was just Tectus. Dima, something must be done.
Exile?
Exodus. I think it's time you and I convinced the citizens of Far Harbor to leave.
You can't be serious.
You know as well as I. They're not meant for this place. The fog grows thicker every year. How long before the condensers are finally overwhelmed? It's not banishment, Dima. It's mercy.
I'm sorry, Martin, but no. They have as much right to be here as you do.
Right. This place is trying to kill them. And now my people are at my throat because of the mess you created by allowing them to stay. And if you can't recognize that, then I suppose there's no reason for you to be here. I think you should go.
Martin, please. This can be solved in other ways.
Get out.
Very well. We'll talk again when you come to your senses.
Hey.
Do something. Something for you? So, Dima, got a question. Why do you even call me Nick? Didn't you know me before the personality imprint?
We didn't have names inside the Institute. And after the personality experiments started, the only name you ever called yourself was Nick Valentine. If there's another name you'd prefer, I'd be happy to...
No, I like the name. When you wear something for a long time, it kind of seeps into you, you know?
Of course.
Dima, I recovered the tapes from Martin's hideout.
Excellent. Yes. These look like they'll serve. Let me take a listen. Good to hear his voice again. Oh. Some grim material to work with. There. No pleasure in twisting the words of an old friend. But I believe Martin would understand. This tape should be sufficient to pique the High Confessor's interest in joining you in the command center. But Tectus is nothing if not wary. Earning his trust before approaching should help guarantee this all plays out more smoothly. You'll then have to dispose of the remains. Old maintenance shaft walls were never terribly well maintained. They should be able to serve your needs. Once you're done, return here and we'll send the replacement on his way. Now, are you ready to begin?
How should I earn Tectus's trust?
Prove your dedication to the family. Help when they ask. Show that the children and Tectus can rely on you. He'll be less likely to suspect one of his favorites. Now, are you ready to set this plan in motion?
I'm ready.
Then I won't keep you any longer. Here, the tape. The fate of this island rests in our works.